most important aspects. This is the identifying architectural aspect of the Coliseum. As you look up behind me, I spoke about the mural that's been restored. This is a great story behind this, getting the original artisan's family involved. They spent over 4 months hand painting this. There was rebar exposed, cracked and spalling concrete leaks. We had to replace all of it before the canvas could even be prepared to be restored. And the end result is what you see here, a beautiful mural that all of our Trojan football players pass under before they have their last steps in the arena competition. We hope all fans will come, get a chance to admire this. It's a beautiful location in the restored peristyle. Just behind me are these new decks that we're standing on. These decks allow fans to have views of the field while also enjoying food and beverage. This is a benefit for our Trojan Athletic Fund members. That's a new addition for this season, is this deck that expands the entire peristyle. So from this way, we're going to start walking into the stadium bowl. So if you'll follow.
Well, not bad. In case anybody's wondering, this is the view from section 2.
Brand new seats, brand new railings, cup holders.
Cup holders. Maybe. Cup holders are kind of a big deal. Here's your concession area, the main level. All new bathrooms they will have as well. And we're approaching the view about the 50-yard line. Kickoff. 16 days.
Goal line to goal line, and that's all new concrete. In the other locations, we went where there was spalling and cracked concrete that Passion repaired. You notice the handrails behind me throughout the stadium, a real feature in this section that's right directly in front of us. Cup holders, and then in addition, I want to make mention on the Wi-Fi piece. It was very important in preserving the historical nature of the stadium. We didn't want antennas everywhere. We didn't want it to be something that was visible. The Wi-Fi antennas actually sit under seats. About every 4 or 5 rows they'll occur. We worked with Don Bartum at DLR on that and our technology consultants. So you'll have great service, but you won't have the eyesore of antennas. They're all over the tower or all over locations at the corner of the Coliseum. One other thing I just want to mention while we're here, we also made an upgrade to the players' locker room. I should have mentioned that in our notes. We went through and gutted the players' locker room here. So on game day, as our players come through, they'll enjoy brand new lockers, new graphics and branding, celebrating all some of the all-time great players that they aspire to be. There's new paint, there's new lighting, and new flooring. So it's going to be exciting for our players on Saturday when they come through. It's going to be a bit of a surprise for them. We've been trying to hold them off, but they're looking forward to seeing that. One other thing I would like to add just on this section, these are the LED boards. They're directly above us. This really gives us a whole lot of flexibility in terms of programming. We've got the 2 boards that are now on the east. Those are the boards that replaced those in the peristyle previously as part of the peristyle restoration. Those were installed in 2017. The west board that's over here was installed in 2011, and then we have the addition of these boards, 2 levels. So in terms of keeping fans connected and up to date, we really made an effort from every angle. They're going to have an opportunity for a screen and have that enjoyment. So from this location, we're going to follow Steve Lopes and Tim Tessalone. We're going to start going to the fountain. in the Founders Hall.
Okay.
So this is what the data is going to be hanging out.
What we tried to create here at this high-level area. So we have 21 founder seats in the Coliseum, Renovated Coliseum, on 2 levels. So there's basically 11 on one level and 10 on the next level up. We have all of these sold except for one. These people, when we went around the country and looked at all the stadiums and saw what they did, we found that stuff like this was really important, not just for our fans, but also for the financing of this project. So as I said, we financed this project completely through private funds, and the 20 people who have stepped up to purchase these founder suites were a very big part of that process. So you can see it's about a 750 square foot suite. There's 24 fixed seats in this suite at a very high end. As you go out back into the lobby and back into the Founders Club, you'll see we've tried to highlight the history of the Coliseum. We've tried to highlight the history of USC football. There's timelines along the walls. There's bar service and food service that'll be out there in the Founders Club that's inclusive. It's part of their package of the people who bought these Founder Suites. So they'll have access to these suites and that club for 20 years. And that was the commitment they made for this project. So these folks that did these Founder Suites, we want to thank them tremendously. And it's a very special place, these 2 levels, and we look forward to hosting them in a lot of different events.
They paid for 20 years of owning this?
Yeah, the people who bought these suites committed to it for 20 years.
What was the price range?
So the price range was $7.5 to $10 million for the folks who had these Founder Suites. And so, as you can imagine, these help fund a lot of the project. So we're very, very thankful to these folks. So anyway, just make your way out here to the Founders Club. You can see this, and we're going to go up to level 4.
I'll shoot you and you can shoot me.
Okay, we're going to go this way here.
No issue involved.
It's actually the original board form concrete. There's the original raker beams of the Coliseum. We really wanted to preserve the historic nature of the space, be least impactful and invasive to the curving nature of the school. So we tried to reveal as much of the concrete as we possibly could and make it architectural. Above the other, you see this timeline. These are just all-time great USC moments. Great moments in USC football history and some great moments in stadium history. When you think about Olympics and the Dodgers, it's a pretty special, unique place. Throughout the building, we've highlighted new graphics and branding. On our way out, you'll see we're in the process of installing new historical moments throughout the open reveals within the Coliseum's facade. We have graphics and branding throughout, which has been real. You'll notice we have these video walls here. So they're set where you can have welcome messages. What we'll have on game day is the live game. We'll also have other out-of-town games of interest. Again, keeping fans connected in a comfortable environment. There's high-end food and beverage that's behind us. The hospitality in here is fantastic. It's a great place where you can retreat for shorter concession lines, restrooms, and this beautiful space here that's meant to be social for all to enjoy.
That's it. We're going to walk out next into the loge boxes, which are, as we talked about, like a Hollywood Bowl type box. And the club seats, we'll go out and show you that product next. So we'll go outside and look through that.
That table can also be taken away by an attendant, and all 4 chairs can comfortably sit with great views to the field. The screens are in front of us are touch screens, really just to mimic what we have in suites and that amenity. Watch replays and keep up with the live game feed that we have, but also if you want to track some out-of-town game or there's something else you'd like to view in addition to live game action, those screens are here for you. There's one loge box that has a little bit of an expanded feature. You can get as many as 8 in that space. And then just above you to my left, these are all the club seats we spoke about, 1,100 club seats, very comfortable seats with additional legroom and aisles. Those club seat holders get the opportunity to go in to the club that we were just in. Great views to the field and sight lines throughout.
Views here, but here outside enjoy cocktail, hot dog, whatever you just so you do. Man. Wow. Pretty awesome. So I was wrong. We're not on the roof. Up here for some concession stands here as well.
We're going to walk out to the west end and then take you down back to the street level and walk around the outside. You'll see a bunch of graphics on the outside of the pole there. We'll get you back in time for the 11 o'clock ribbon cutting.
Okay.
So this is what the data is going to be hanging